and welcome to this Sizzix Live. My name's Josh, I'm a designer here at Sizzix, and today I'm going to be going through a make with you using just some of these lovely stamps, little embellishments, and some of these fantastic range rigs, all by our friend Mr. Tim Holtz. So let's get started. I've taken one of the stamps from a butterfly set. You can see the set right here. This is a nice unopened one here, and you can see how fantastic and realistic these butterflies look. They're all totally different and they just look so illustrative. They look like pen drawings, and as I said in a previous live, it's just something that once you've stamped, I'm going to show you now. So once you have stamped with these stamps, it's something that you can just be really proud of, because if someone else had seen you create this make, or if they hadn't seen you create this make, they might think that you've drawn it yourself. Just look how well that has stamped, and all the tiny details that it's missing ink in all the right places, and it's been inked really nice and boldly in all the right places as well. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these Ranger inks. Now I'm not going to use them with my blending tool today. I'm going to be using them with a paintbrush. So I'm just going to apply. We've got this salty ocean colour and festive berries. I'm just going to add one spray of water because I want to keep it relatively concentrated. Now I'm going to go in with this blue colour here, and I'm just dabbing over this stamp. Now I don't need to be really careful, because this is just to give it a hint of colour, like so. I'll just give my paintbrush a spray, and then I'm going to come in with some of the pink colour just around the edges there. There we go. So you could add as many colours as you like to this, just a few little splodges, and then what's going to finish it off is I'm just going to hit the paintbrush against my finger, hopefully just give a little splatter effect there to create a bit more of a mixed media vibe. Just add a bit more of that there. And there we go. Okay. And I could dry that with the heat tool, but you don't really need to, because that's just going to dry as I'm talking. So I have pre-cut just some of, I think this is our caramel toffee cardstock, and I'm going to layer up just some kind of, so these rectangles, I suppose you can't call them rectangles because rectangle is German for right angle, and as you can see I've not made sure that these are right angles. These are nice diagonal angles, so that is intentional because these are all going to be layered up. Now I'm going to go straight in with a bit of the express glue on this one here. I'm not going to be really careful. Again, this is a nice mixed media make, and as with any Tim Holtz product, I know I'm using the right stuff for mixed media. So I'm just going to layer these up at different angles, and here I've applied some of our Sizzix foam tape to the back here because I want to create a bit of dimension as well, and you can see there just all of these at off angles create such a cool layering effect there. So I will just peel the back of the tape. One and two. And then I'm just going to stick this down like this. Now, I get to use one of the other products here. Now I've taken one of these nice little embellishments here for the sentiment. Now I'm just going to put this to the side here while I ink this here. So I'll turn my mat over. So I've forgotten to bring with me a tissue. not like me to forget something, is it? There we go. And I'm just going to come in. So this is a bit of the Vintage Photo Distress ink. And I'm just going to add a tiny bit of this to the side. A nice circular motion. I like to start on the craft mat. I get the majority of it off, so all the excess ink, because I don't want it to come in really thick, off on either a scrap piece of paper or on my craft mat. I just want to distress those edges. So that's perfect. Right, so now this is going to go on top. I will position it with a bit of my express glue, like this. Now I've left space here, as you can see. This is for my embellishment. So prior to cutting this, so what I've done is I glued this onto a piece of kind of hard wearing cardstock here, because when I'm wrapping string around here, I don't want it to dig into the sides there, so making the base card there a bit more sturdy is a good idea. And okay, so what I'm going to do to keep this in place while I fold the string around, I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to here, just a tiny bit, and that's going to keep this sentiment in the right place if I just push it down there. And what I'm going to be doing is I've attached some double-sided tape to the back here. Now, this is the part where I might be able to get it off really quickly. If not, go and make yourselves a cup of tea and then come back and I might be done. Got the first one off and I got the second one off. Round of applause. So, I'm going to wrap the string around and just attach it there with the double-sided tape. Both sides. And then with my scissors, I will just trim off any bits that are going to come out the side here. There we go. Now that is ready to layer up, and because I used this double-sided tape here, this is ready to just add on to my card front there. And look at that. So how lovely does this card look? Again, all I've done is I stamped, came up with a really fantastic bold stamp, and it looks like an illustration. Then I've just dabbed a bit of colour, flicked a bit of the same colour and laid it up with some kind of diagonal angle rectangular card cuttings. So isn't that fantastic? And that's all been done with, we've used some of the stamps, we've used some of these fantastic little embellishments, and we've used these amazing Ranger inks. So go online and have a look, and that's it from me. Thanks a lot, guys.